Welcome back, guys. Today I'm back at the cabin and it's a beautiful sunny spring day. Everything's going really well here at the cabin. Things are still standing, no trees on top of it. So I thought I'd take this day to go out and just sort of check on the trail cams, get them set up for the season, change the batteries, things like that. And I want to go have a little bit of a lunch. So we're going to go on a hike on the property and find a nice spot to have a cookout. Of course, as always, the birds wasted no time letting me know that the feeder needed some nummies in there, so got that set up straight away. They cached about 90% of them in the woods, so they usually have thousands of seeds stored and then they go at it again. Always like helping the little guys out in the winter. It's very lush forest around here, so they do have a lot of food and they cache all the seeds, but I like to give them a little extra because pretty soon the feeders will be pulled up because the bears are coming out of hibernation. Got my pack and my snowshoes ready. The snow is still a bit deep, so I'll need to use those to get where I'm going today. Here's the first cam. I'm going to change the batteries out in it and go see what's on it. Moose usually come through here. They'll be here in about 2 or 3 weeks, so don't want to miss that. Brought my stealth cam reader with me. This thing has been really handy, especially for this trail cam that doesn't have, you know, the little screen on it to see what's going on. So we'll see if there's anything exciting. I don't see a ton of tracks, so I'm not optimistic. On my way into the cabin, I saw a herd of about 8 deer and a raccoon. It's like they were all hanging out together. It was the weirdest thing. So they're definitely out of the yards, and they should be around soon. But I find the moose come through here every spring, probably out towards, you know, maybe the road or something to go get some salt. Ah, looks like we've got some here. Let's see what we've got. 7 pictures. Well, nothing exciting at that trail cam, just a few little tracks, things like that. So probably a rabbit in the distance on one of them. So I just popped it back in there and I'm going to head down and just check out a spot for lunch, and then we'll go back and change the bring the other camera actually down by the river closer up here. I want to get some video of the moose, and they don't go down by the river, so, well, at least not in that spot. So anyway, let's go have some lunch. Well, here's some birch bark. I'm going to need that to start the fire for today's lunch, so I'm going to grab some. I'm going to stuff it in my cruising vest. Lots of good pockets in here. Don't know if you can hear it, but behind me you can hear this, the rushing of the river. We're on a river that has quite a current, so looks like it's opened up. A lot of the water birds are coming back. Woods are fairly quiet except for a few nuthatches and chickadees. Heard the odd grackle. Bay's frozen, so I might just head to the back bay here and make some fire on the ice. Man, it is rough going in here. Snow is heavy and deep. Even with the snowshoes, I'm sinking in about at least a foot. So I'm out of breath, that's why. It's really slow going. Well, here we go. So I'm gonna head over and find a spot to make a fire. A few spots where the ice is cracking. Gotta be careful. I mean, the ice is still quite thick right now. There's a current that kind of runs here in the middle, a little stream within the bits of the river, so I wanna be really careful. Well, I found the spot, so now I'm going to get set up and just grab a bit of dried wood. There's plenty of firewood around here, and get the fire all set up. My glasses on, protect my eyeballs. Stick in the eye. Well, the beavers sure have been busy in here, taking out a lot of the birch. They're really going to change the landscape in this part of the bay, that's for sure. I don't see any signs of tracks right now, but they've sure been busy. Forgot my larger handsaw at the cabin, so I'm using my little knife there from my little saw from Bay of Fundy. Always handy. Don't need a huge fire, so it'll be just fine. There we go. Perfect. Just gonna put it right down there because it's right against the ground. If you put it on top of the snow is going to, melt and sort of put your fire out, because I don't have a ton of firewood right now. I mean, I don't need a lot, but I don't want to be, using a lot of it to, melt snow and put out the fire. So I'm just gonna start it right here and yeah, get going. I'm getting hungry. It's a good old man's beard in there. It's nice and dry. It's nice that lots of things are drying out in the woods now. There we go. Of course, I used my my Moore knife, so that's good. All right. Well, that's going pretty well. I'm gonna get a nice hot bed of coals going. I'm just gonna get some water boiling. A bit of water there. And we'll get that going. It's fairly close. And I brought a sausage, a honey garlic sausage, so I'm going to make that for lunch. I guess I'll get that going. We've got some nice hot coals here. Good. Forgot to bring something to hold the pot, so I'm just going to use my buff. That's another thing you can do. Just wrap it around to adjust without burning yourself. Starting to smell good. Well, there's nothing that beats fire on the ice. It's great to get out here in the early spring and really, really enjoy nature. Just take your time to listen to the birds, listen to, the seasons change. It's just, nothing beats it. It's really magical. Even though it's not cold out, this fire is awesome. Feels really good. Ooh. Smoke in the eyes. Wait, rabbit, wait, rabbit, wait, rabbit. Supposed to make the direction of the smoke change. Alright, I got a little bit of bread with me too to wrap around the sausage, so I'm just going to go see if I can toast it without burning it. Well, it's done, so got a little bit of butter to put on my toast here. And sausage, oh yeah. Oh, there's tons of geese coming overhead, that's cool. I love the sounds of spring. Ooh. Here. Lots of hot coals there. Ooh. Whew. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is done and juicy. Very good. That is really good. A little morning jaunt, a little hike, a little fire. This is perfect. Just hit the spot. Should've brought like a hot dog bun. Oh well. Alright, my tea's ready too. Let me pop this down for a sec. This buff is coming really handy. I want to show you guys my new mug. Got this on Amazon. Take a look. It's all different kinds of mushrooms on it. So, you guys saw that on my Instagram. No, I think it was my Facebook actually. You guys saw that. So, yeah, it's really neat. Just up my alley. Oop. Put the tea bag in there. Oh yeah. That is really hot, so I'm going to take a couple of seconds there to cool that down before I have a sip. Yeah, in no time this lunch was ready, so, oh man, this is really good. This is something, guys, I highly recommend doing this time of year, is just getting out, getting in tune with nature, you know, have a picnic, have some lunch, clear your lungs out, it's great. So quiet out here. I mean, I can basically just hear the ice melting, the odd airplane, and a lot of spring birds. A few chickadees behind me. Just in front of me there, I heard, I believe it's a ruffed grouse just kind of cooing, doing a little clucking kind of in the woods there, so that's pretty cool. They're probably going to start drumming very soon if they haven't already. I didn't hear them this morning in the cabin, but the cabin's pretty insulated, so quite often I don't hear a lot of outside noise. So I bet any day now they're going to be drumming. Goes kind of by the way the sun is in the sky. They, you know, that they can know what time of year it is. So that's why I get them drumming the ruffed grouse in the spring as well as in the fall, even though their breeding season is in the spring. So sometimes they get confused. But boy, oh boy, this sun is warm. It's just nice to sit in here and catch some vitamin D. Well, I'm just going to finish my tea here and then I'll head on over and I'm going to remove that one trail camera down by the river there and move it up to where the moose will be coming by because I want to get some video of them this year. Last year the camera, the Browning I had at that first site there, the video didn't really work. It corrupted a lot of the videos, so I think it's on its way out. So I'm going to move it. Well, at least, sorry, I'll leave that one there for photos only, and then the other one I'm going to have set up on video mode, so we'll get lots of good pictures this year. Now before I head out, I'm going to clean up my frying pan. And put a little bit of ash in there just to kind of clean it up. Charcoal has good cleaning properties. Seems to be the latest thing, I guess, with facial treatments and stuff, but just mix it around in here and clean up the frying pan. Just melting a little bit of snow in there as well. And I'll rinse it. It should cut the grease nicely. A little bit of moss, maybe I'll use as a scrubby. A little bit abrasive there. And there you go. Clean cast iron pan. Always important to make sure the fire is dead out, so I just kicked a bunch of snow on top and we're good to go. I'm heading this way. I'm going to go actually just check on the one of the wood duck houses before I head to the trail cam, so it's right back in there. All right, let's check it out. No idea if I used it. It's only not here too long. Oh man. Shavings in there. Well, I managed to jimmy it open, and yeah, it looks pretty good. If you look in there, see all the sawdust. I don't see any evidence that a duck has been in there, but who knows, they may have checked it out. So I'm just going to replace the, I'll replace the hinge at some point. Now I'm going to head off and grab that second camera and bring it back to set it up. Well, here it is. We're just up here on the trail, and I'm just going to grab this now. This is the one that had the ice in it earlier. Looks like it's all thawed out. No more snow piled on top of it. So I'm just going to quickly grab this. And as you can see here, I've replaced the Browning with my other Wild Game Innovation camera, just so that we get what's going on down the trail. There we go, the dueling cameras. It's all set up now. I want to get one doing the video of the moose and one doing stills. Unfortunately, this one doesn't take great. It takes awesome pictures, but poor video. I kind of want both, so we're going to do this for now. I know it seems a little bit ridiculous, but this will only be up for about 2 or 3 weeks because that's when they come through. And then I'll move the Browning someplace else, the Browning at the bottom, that is, someplace else so we can take nice stills, and I'll leave this one up for video, the one on the top. You know, I kind of wish that, when it's on video mode, that it would take a quick picture just before the video. That would solve my problem, but it doesn't, so at least not this model. So that's the setup for now. Well, I'm back in the cabin now and just relaxing. That was a wonderful time out on the bay. I love going out in nature in the spring and just feeling the pulse of the land. Well, I'm gonna get the cabin battened down. There's a storm coming in tomorrow. Stay tuned for a future video where I discuss storm prep, and you get to see all my adventures in the bad weather. Hope things go well. Alrighty, have a great week as always. Take care.